there, scientists! It's PS Science time. Today, let's talk about how we get energy from the sun. Hey, scientists! I got a package. It's a surprise. Someone left me a surprise. I wonder, what could it be? Besides a surprise. It doesn't sound like there's anything in there. Maybe that's the surprise. Surprise, nothing. What is it? Guess let's open it. Ah! There's a spider in there. I don't like spiders. Who would do this to me? Who would send me a spider? Oh, it's a toy spider. Still, why would anybody send me a toy spider? I wonder what it does. It doesn't seem to have an on and off button. It has this plastic piece on the back, but there's nowhere to put any batteries. I wonder what it does. Well, it's giving me the creeps. I'm gonna put it outside. Okay, let's let this spider be a surprise for someone else. I'm just gonna go put it outside. Whoa, scientists, something's happening. Wait, it stopped. It stopped when I put it in the shade. Hold on. What's happening? It's alive! It's moving. Why is it moving? But when I move it to the shade, it stops. Weird. That was very interesting. Interesting enough the spider gets to stay. What was happening? Did you see that? When the spider was in the sun, it started to move. It buzzed. And then when it was in the shade, it didn't. I wonder how it does that. Well, it only did it in the sun, and it doesn't do it inside a building, so it must have something to do with the sun. We were talking about how much we need the sun. The sun gives us light and gives us heat. But do we get other things from the sun? Let's conduct an investigation. You need 2 containers with lids. You could use like a food storage container or a jar. If you don't have a container with a lid, that's okay. You can just take a cup or a bowl and use a little bit of plastic wrap stretched over the top of it. You also need some water and something to measure with. So if you don't have a measuring cup that you can put the water in like this, maybe you have a measuring cup or a spoon like this. And a little bit of tape. Let's get our investigation set up. Okay, I've got my 2 cups with lids, and I'm going to put the exact same amount of water in each cup. This is going to make our investigation fair. If one cup had more water, we might not be able to tell the results of our investigation. Okay. Double check. This one has a little more. Okay. That looks about the same. So using a measuring tool will help you make sure that you're getting the same amount of water. Now I'm going to put my lids on. Put those aside. I'm going to use a little bit of tape on my cups to help me remember which one is going in the sun and which one is going in the shade. Just like our spider, we're going to be experimenting with the sun versus the shade. Shade. So I have a cup labeled shade and I have a cup labeled sun. I'm going to put 1 cup in the sun and 1 cup in the shade, and let's investigate which cup absorbs more heat from the sun. Light and heat are forms of energy. Which cup is going to absorb more energy? What do you think? Pause the video, and if you can, try it. Put your cups, 1 cup in the sun and 1 cup in the shade. You can put them outside, or if you have a sunny spot and a shady spot inside your house, that works too. And when you're done, start the video. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1 cup here in the shade. The one that says shade, I will put it in the shade. Maybe I'll put it by this tree. And I'm gonna put the other cup in the sun. Right here. Okay, so we've got 1 cup in the sun and 1 cup in the shade. We'll go back and check on those in a little while. They've got to have time to absorb the sun's energy. So we use the sun's energy in lots of ways. Plants make their own food using energy from the sun. Animals eat the plants, and we eat the plants and the animals, and we get the sun's energy too. Let's check on our investigation. Pause the video and grab your cups. So I've got my 2 cups, my sun cup and my shade cup. Already the actual cup that was in the sun feels warmer to me than the shade cup. If you have a thermometer at home, you can use it to measure the temperature difference between your 2 cups. If you don't, though, that's okay. You can follow along with me and do the rest of the investigation. So the first thing we can do is let's just take our cups and open them up. Try not to spill, and just feel it. Okay, this one's still pretty cold. This water's not hot, but it's definitely not as cold as this water. So the sun definitely warmed this water more than the cup that didn't get any sun in the shade. Let's see if we can measure a temperature difference. I think I have 2 thermometers. Hold on. Okay. So I have 2 thermometers. I'm going to put 1 in the sun cup and 1 in the shade cup. Leave them there for a couple of minutes, and let's just see what the temperatures are. Okay, let's shake these off, and we can see that the cup that was in the shade is only registering at about 60 degrees. The cup that was in the sun, oops, it's starting to go down already. Let me put it back in. So the cup in the sun is measuring about 71 degrees. It's 10, 11 degrees more than the cup in the shade. So the cup in the sun is definitely warmer. This spider was absorbing energy from the sun as well. That's how it was moving. This plastic piece on the back is a solar panel. Let me show you. See, this is the solar panel. And if I take it out, you can see that the solar panel is connected to some wires. Those wires provide energy to this little motor right here. The solar energy gets converted into electricity. That electricity turns this motor, which makes the spider start to shake and move. Buildings can have solar panels too. The solar panel collects the sun's energy, where it then can be turned into electricity and used to power lights, refrigerators, TVs, everything that normal electricity does, except it doesn't need a generator. Well, scientists, I guess this little spider wasn't so bad. He's kind of fun. I guess he can stay. Or maybe he can be a surprise for someone else. See you next week. Okay, scientists, thanks for watching. Did you enjoy that lesson? Subscribe below to see more fun science videos. You can also become a member of PS Science on Patreon to support what we're doing. See you next time.